welcome back as Game On moves things along now, and we focus on the Hollywood Bets Super League, of course, with Sundowns having won 4 in a row. The big question is, will they make it 5 at the end of this season? So, to break down the upcoming season, I do have the pleasure of welcoming Jessica Nkomo alongside me here. And Jess, thank you so much for your time. Let's talk about the promoted and relegated teams, of course, from last season to this.
So we're going to start with the relegated teams. Yep. Unfortunately, we saw the Coal City and My Indies leaving. Very unfortunate, especially for My Indies, which was a team that has remained solid for the Limpopo region. I mean, they were holding it down with First Touch and Copper Belt. Yeah. They've given birth to players like Lebogang Ramalepe, who's doing exceptionally well at Mamelodi Sundowns. Madembe Chikumbu, who was also doing very well at TUT. So it was very sad to see them go. However, this is anybody's game. And we speak about the promotions now. We have the inclusion of Lindelani Ladies, who now joins Royal AM, and Durban Ladies. So now we've got 3 teams representing KZN, and we are hoping to see them doing exceptionally well. Now, another team that's going to make it third is Fort Hare, who joins the EC region. And I think that they are a very strong team. They're very young, pacey girls, and I think they're going to give a lot of teams, a lot of senior teams, a run for their money. But I'm super excited, and I hope that they can maintain what University of Pretoria and Copper Belt has, because it's not easy to get promoted to Hollywood Bets and still, making it out to the top or not suffering from relegation. We saw Vasco da Gama coming in and immediately coming out again. So I hope they do well, and I wish them all the best.
Now, with the season starting, of course, the first match day is almost upon us. Which fixtures jump out at you?
So I think I'm going to talk about the 2 fixtures, firstly being JVW and TS Galaxy. We saw that at the end of the season last year, there were both teams that were clinching for that 3rd position. We saw TS Galaxy losing to Mamelodi Sundowns, and they played that game with the hopes of winning it so that they can finish 3rd position. So I think this is going to be a very big game. Looking at JVW as well, they now have the inclusion of Janine van Wyk as the assistant coach to Mitch. And I think both of them are definitely going to give us a very solid team. You have somebody who's the founder of the club, has been a player, and is now the coach. So I think she brings a lot of experience. And I mean, it's a team that we can see really maintaining a lot of consistency in the league. So I'm definitely looking forward to that match. And then another one would be Sundowns and Royal AM. We know that Royal AM is actually one team that gave Sundowns a run for their money. They're the only team that has won against Mamelodi Sundowns last season. Yep. So I think Mamelodi Sundowns comes into this trying to obviously get their win back, and Royal AM coming in to make sure that they still win against this team, and they are the talking point with regards to a team that can contend with Mamelodi Sundowns. But Mamelodi Sundowns comes with new signings now, so they've got more ammunition that they did in the last season.
Speaking about signings, this time of the season, we're always interested. Who's moved where? So tell us all about those.
So Hollywood Bets, for some reason, is a little bit late with the teams announcing their players. You will see it 3 days before. Yeah. However, Mamelodi Sundowns is one team that has actually put it out there in terms of 2 announcements, which is Simone Souls, who we saw doing exceptionally well at JVW. She plays on the left side. She also plays on the right side. She's very fast, and now she joins Mamelodi Sundowns. We also see Ntabiseng Magia, who's a striker from Richmond United. She was very pacey, one of the youngest girls to actually score at the WAFCON. We see her doing exceptionally well. So those are some of the 2 signings I can talk about. Jackie Moletsane also goes to Royal AM from TUT. So those are ones that I know for sure will definitely do exceptionally well with their moves.
I have to ask you, with the dominance we've seen from Mamelodi Sundowns over the last 4 seasons, what are the chances of us seeing Sundowns winning it a 5th time?
It's going to be very hard. It's not going to be easy. If we're looking at the progression of the league, we'll see that the final scores and the final points of the season decrease. Yeah. The gaps are closing. We saw UWC did exceptionally well last season. They gave Mamelodi Sundowns a run for their money. And I think that they're going to come back again, especially the university team. So I think more teams are investing in, good players. The technical team is more solid and that kind of thing. So I think it's going to be one of those seasons again when we have our fingers crossed.
Well, we certainly will have our fingers crossed and hope for a competitive season. Thank you so much, Jessica, for joining us. And thanks as well to, Cherise Kosana as well as Shane McGregor. Thank you to you at home. And keep in mind, there's a strobe on the side of the screen for you to scan to find out what Hollywood Bets has in store for you. From me, Cesar Mapena, and the rest of the team that is behind the scenes, is click, click, bang.